Elliot Grayson had always been the kind of man his institution trusted without question. As the director of Pinnacle Trust Bank, based in Chicago, Elliot was celebrated for his ability to steer the bank toward consistent growth. Investors adored him, employees admired him, and the media painted him as a financial genius. Over the years, Elliot's decisions had attracted big investors, raising the bank's profile to unprecedented heights. He was untouchable, or so everyone thought. What no one knew was that Elliot had a secret. He had been dipping into the bank's funds for his own personal investments. It started small, just a test of his instincts, and when he doubled his initial stake, he became addicted to the rush of easy money. The bank had a trading department, of course, but Elliot's personal trades operated outside of its scrutiny. He was careful, using shell accounts and offshore intermediaries to mask his tracks. The profits rolled in steadily, filling his personal accounts. He bought a penthouse overlooking Lake Michigan, a summer home in the Hamptons. To everyone else, his wealth was simply a reflection of his business acumen. But greed, as it often does, blinded him. Elliot began making bigger and riskier trades. "The market is my playground," he'd boast to himself, poring over charts late at night. He was convinced he could outsmart everyone. After all, he had done so for years. One bright Monday morning, Elliot arrived at Pinnacle Trust with an air of confidence. The stock market was buzzing with rumors of a sudden spike in tech shares. Elliot saw this as an opportunity to gamble big. Using a massive portion of the bank's funds, he bought into a startup called Quantum Edge, a company promising revolutionary AI technology. It seemed like a sure thing, but the market can be as cruel as it is unpredictable. By midweek, Quantum Edge was hit with allegations of fraud, sending its stock into free fall. Elliot was stunned. He tried selling the shares to cut losses, but there were no buyers. By Friday, the bank had lost over $700 million. The news reached the board of directors like a thunderbolt. Elliot tried to explain it as an unfortunate market downturn, but one junior analyst, Sarah Novak, noticed discrepancies in the transactions. She dug deeper and uncovered Elliot's secret accounts. It wasn't just a bad trade, it was theft on a colossal scale. The next Monday, Elliot's life began to unravel. By the time the board called Elliot into the conference room, whispers had spread through the bank. Employees avoided eye contact, their cheerful "good mornings" replaced with cautious nods. The directors sat around the long oak table with grim faces. At the head of the table sat Ruth Ellis, the bank's chairwoman. "Elliot," Ruth began, sliding a folder across the table. "Care to explain this?" Inside the folder were printouts of trades, offshore account details, and losses that couldn't be ignored. Elliot's chest tightened as he scanned the documents. His usual charm and quick thinking failed him. He stammered through a feeble denial, but Ruth wasn't buying it. "We trusted you," she said. "You've destroyed our reputation. Clients are already pulling their funds." The meeting ended with Elliot's immediate termination. Security escorted him out. That evening, Elliot flipped through news channels, each one broadcasting his disgrace. "Pinnacle Trust Director Exposed in $700 million Scandal," one headline blared. Reporters camped outside his building, shouting questions whenever he appeared. The FBI wasted no time. Within days, agents raided his office and home, seizing documents and electronics. Elliot was charged with fraud, embezzlement, and insider trading. His assets were frozen, and the IRS launched an audit into his personal finances. His wife, Laura, filed for divorce, taking their 2 teenage sons with her. Friends he'd known for years stopped returning his calls. Elliot was left with nothing but his shame. The trial was a media circus. Elliot's lawyer, A sharp-tongued defense attorney named Victor Lang tried to paint him as a man who made an honest mistake in a volatile market. The prosecution, led by Assistant U.S. Attorney Karen Mitchell, dismantled that narrative with brutal efficiency. "Elliot Grayson didn't make a mistake," Karen said in her opening statement. "He knowingly gambled with other people's money to line his own pockets. When his luck ran out, so did his lies." Witnesses came forward. Sarah Novak testified about the fake accounts, auditors detailed the discrepancies, and even Ruth Ellis took the stand, her disappointment evident. The jury deliberated for just 3 hours before delivering a guilty verdict. The judge sentenced Elliot to 25 years in federal prison, calling his actions a betrayal of trust that harmed countless people. As Elliot was led away in handcuffs, he avoided the cameras waiting outside the courthouse. There were no more sharp suits or confident handshakes, just an orange jumpsuit and the knowledge that his empire had crumbled. Meanwhile, Pinnacle Trust began the long process of rebuilding. Under Sarah Novak's guidance, the bank implemented stricter oversight policies and slowly regained its clients' trust. Elliot's story became a cautionary tale for Wall Street, a reminder that no one, no matter how powerful, is above the law. And so, the man who once seemed untouchable learned the hard way that greed always has a price. This brings us to the end of this story. Thank you for watching the video to the end. Kindly subscribe for more thrilling stories. Like and share this video. Have a nice day.